Yeah. Lately it seems the good dreams are few and far between. Nightmares are putting fires out with gasoline.
Hey guys, what's going on? So, finally, Gym Class Heroes has released their brand new full-length album. Finally, the Papercut Chronicles 2, which is very exciting because I always thought their first Papercut Chronicles album was by far my favorite, not only Gym Class Heroes album, but also my favorite hip-hop album of all time. It was just a great, relaxing, clever hip-hop album, full instrumental, great stuff, great lyrics, witty, great flow, great beats, everything. But they are finally back with a proper full-length album, and guys, I am glad to say that this album is amazing. It back to form for the most part. As good as the Papercut Chronicles 1, and here's the album art, very similar. You know, you kind of have to, if you're gonna call it Papercut Chronicles 2, you gotta have the kind of similar look. As good, I'm not gonna say it's better, because it's way too early for that, but it's definitely as good for sure. Very, very impressed, very happy with it. It actually comes out November 15th, so pick that up when it does come out. It's streaming on their Facebook right now, so you can definitely go check that shit out. But this album has it has 11 tracks, and before I get into it, I'm gonna say it's similar, but I don't know if I would go as far as calling it a part 2. You know, it's different because they're a different band, obviously, but there's, you know, some of the lyrics maybe are kind of similar, kind of simplicity of the songs, not too much experimental crazy things, but in a way there's some similarities. The first track is called The Intro. It's just basically, it's kind of sounds like this computer talking, automated voice message talking about the Papercut Chronicles 2. I think it's similar to the first one, and the thing is, I don't listen to the intro on this one ever, so it's probably similar. It's probably very similar, which is also called The Intro in the first album. But then the second track is the first real song, Material Girls, and it is absolutely amazing. It is an awesome intro, or I should say awesome opener. It's one of those just hits you with the fist. It's up tempo. It's got a great beat. I don't know. It's such great rapping. His flow sounds amazing on this one. Great chorus. Just a great live song that I imagine sounds amazing. Probably, it's probably the fastest-ish, heavy-ish. It's weird because they're a hip-hop group, but it's, I don't know, it's like the heaviest song that I think they've ever done. It's so good. It's catchy as well, so it's a great one. And then what I like is it kind of goes into this kind of, which is the next song is called Life Goes On, and it features Oland, which you don't know. She's like a female kind of pop artist. She has a song called Son of a Gun, which is really cool. I like that song. But this one has such a cool laid-back beat to it. It's weird to describe, but it's like a slower beat, but it just sounds so good. And the chorus features Oland. Great chorus, just a great kind of chill, laid-back song that you can bob your head to. So good. I love it. I love it. I love how it goes from that kind of faster song in Material Girls to that slower, you know, Life Goes On, straight hip-hop, you know, laid-back beat. I love it. The next track you all know is Stereo Hearts. I actually do like this song. I've heard people say this is the Cupid's Chokehold of the album, and I guess you could say that in a way, but there are other features on this album. But this one it's very up-tempo, it's very poppy, and I actually like it a lot better than Cupid's Chokehold. I'm over that song. This one is good. I'm sick of, and it's kind of similar to Billionaire, but not as annoying as Billionaire. I like the lyrics in Stereo Hearts. It's very clever, very good, and of course Adam Levine sounds great in the song. Good singer. Next song is actually probably my least favorite, and I know a lot of people will probably like this one. It's got like a darker vibe to it, and it's called Solo Discotheque. and it's called Whiskey Bitness, or I think that's what it's called. I think that's how it sounds. Yeah. So it's got like this kind of slower, like beat, like guitar beat to it. It doesn't sound very hip hop in my honest opinion, because he doesn't do much rapping, I should say. In this one, it's more like him kind of doing this like talk singy type of vibe that he does do every now and then. I don't know, and it's there's like scratching beats on there, and I don't know, it's okay. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's just my least favorite. But it is kind of the darkest sounding song on the album. It's okay. Next up is this is an amazing track. It's about religion, which they've never really talked about, but it's called Holy Horseshit Batman. And this song actually reminds me a lot of Faces in the Hall on the first Papercut Chronicles. It's got that same kind of guitar, drum beat, kind of instrumental sound that's very similar. But the flow is awesome on this. He's just rapping, great lyrics, also witty too, how the wordplay and everything on it, it's so good. And it also features, I believe, Nate, who's the singer of Fun and The Format. So which is weird, it doesn't mention him throughout the track listing. I don't know why, maybe he's not big enough, but great song, great song. Next track is Ass Back Home, which they released a YouTube video featuring the lyrics. Love this song. It's more of like a dancey kind of, it feels like a club dancey pop song, but it's so good. It's just like I should say in the chorus kind of has this like dancey club pop sound to it. Who features Neon Hitch. I don't know who she is, but catchy chorus. And then I love the verses. It kind of has like a lazy reggae-ish sounding verse, sorry. And I love the way he raps in it. You know, he goes from kind of slow rapping to kind of like faster rapping. I love it. Great song, super catchy. Could see it as a single for sure. Next track is called Nil Nil Draw, and this one, this one's pretty good. It's talking about like relationships, how he was in a relationship with some girl, I guess, or maybe not, I don't know, and how she was been a pain in the ass. But it's got great lyrics. I like the verses a lot. I like the rapping in it. The chorus, I could have done without the chorus. It's alright, but still a good song. The next track, Lazarus Z Gitan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. This one, I love this one. This one actually reminds me, if you mixed Makeout Club and Taxi Driver, in the way that this song is talking about a bunch of girls, but instead of girls' names, he's using different states. Kind of like in the way Taxi Driver was kind of telling a story with band names. This is kind of telling a story of state names, but referencing girls, I guess. It's just so great. I love it. It's just a fun song. I love it. The next song is by far probably the biggest song on the album. It could be the biggest hit on the. It could be a bigger hit than Stereo Hearts, in my opinion. And it's The Fighter featuring Ryan Tedder from One Republic. Such an amazing song. Verses are fantastic. The chorus is just huge. Big single, that's all I'm saying. And last up, it's Kid Nothing and the Never Ending Naked Nightmare. And this one is kind of a, I guess, continuation of Kid Nothing versus the Echo Factor on the first album. And it's funny because the outro of the first song on the Papercut Chronicles 1 is the intro to this song. So cool. It's got some screaming in it. Very cool song. It's more of like a talk type of thing. Is kind of like a talk rap vibe in this one. So good. Love this album. As I said before, this is a great continuation of the first one. I would fully recommend this album. I would give it like, out of 5 stars, I'd give it like 4.5. It's just so amazing. It's just, every song is great. There's not a skippable track, which is great, because in the first Papercut they had a lot of like skits and stuff which you would kind of skip over, but this is just, you know, an intro and 10 songs. All of them are great. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you hopefully soon.